Hi, good evening everyone, I'm Rob B. I'm an ex-mature student. I'm still studying, but I'm not very grown up about it. While I was at university recently, I discovered that I've got dyspraxia. It took three hours to do an exam just to put a name to it being a clumsy twat. Actually, I'm really quite proud. It's the only exam I've passed with a distinction. University were great. They offered me study programs and computer programs as well, just to support my learning. But I couldn't access any of it because now I'm a dyspraxic clumsy twat. For those who aren't familiar with dyspraxia, it's not all about knocking things over and breaking things, and although in my case mostly it is, but sometimes I just like smashing things up for the hell of it. No, it's about processing information, and that 3-hour exam was only supposed to take 30 minutes. And outside the door there was a queue of 8 daft students waiting for a label as well after me. That's 30 minutes exam, 3, there's 8 of them. If you're a teacher or a mathematician, then there's not enough hours in the day, is there? I know it took me a while as well. It's the processing, isn't it? But there were 9 of us with a label, neurodiversive. So we thought about it, and we were thinking about entering Britain's Got Talent, because we were thinking, let's form a dance troupe, neurodiversity. That didn't go down very well. We were thinking then afterwards, well, maybe not, maybe we could do a band, we could, boy band or something. What about One Direction? No, not One Direction, several directions at different times. But the thing was, we needed to work on synchronicity, for sure, doing things at the same time, but none of us could work out our calendars on our phones, so we never met up in the end. On top of that, that's my dyspraxia. Hopefully that explains it a little bit. But you'll have also noticed that I'm getting a little bit old. Don't look so scared. I've still got a strong... Yes. It's alright, I have got a pulse. I've got dementia to look forward to. Yeah. I mean, soon I'll be forgetting the names and places and faces of people I love dearly. And on the downside, I'll be getting in touch with my inner child, and I'll start enjoying the simple things in life again, like playing on the swings in the park, and I'm pissing in my brother's toy box. That was fun. And breast milk. Yeah, I know, it's social care gone mad, isn't it? It's Michael Gove's idea. He thought, before he gets the stack, what he's going to do is he's going to nourish the elderly cheaply. So he's a poster boy campaign. He is the poster boy. And I did actually see one of the posters that was going around, and he's got his sleeves rolled up and his tie tucked into his shirt, like all good politicians do when they go in a healthcare setting. That's right, isn't it? Tuck it in. Yeah. And his demented mother's attached to his man boob. She's latching on in the picture. I mean, it's a circle of life, though, isn't it? Yeah. I read about the circle of life. I thought that one would go down, but obviously there's still an image of Michael Gove with his man boob out. That's a lot harder to take, isn't it, really? So, back to my dementia, I will also be soiling myself a lot. And it'll be seeping out of an overburdened incontinence pad. And sliding down the inside leg of a pair of grey generic jogging bottoms. Yeah. But I'll never get lost, because every time I wander off into the forest, I'll leave a long trail of shit all the way behind me. giving a whole new take on the Hansel and Gretel fairy tale, with sweet corn for the birds. Did you know there's a special key for people with irritable bowel syndrome, and it opens public toilets all around the UK for that emergency shit? Now, I've got one of these keys because I've got a very anxious bowel. He hates the dark and public speaking. And as I found out this afternoon, Weetabix. But seriously, no, we do need to feel safe when we're taking a shit. I mean, you only have to look at the expression on a dog's face when it's having a dump to know how vulnerable we can be. So, oh, that's enough shit, isn't it? Well, actually, it probably isn't. Last year, I was driving all around Cornwall. It was just after the lockdown, and I was desperate for a piss. It's all the bodily fluids, isn't it? I was desperate for a piss, and I found the service station, and it had a Starbucks and a McDonald's, and I ran straight to the Starbucks, but they're only doing drive-through. Have you ever tried taking a piss in a drive-through? A grande Americano, please. Without the Americano. Just the cup. So that didn't work. I had to run all the way over to McDonald's, and I went straight to the gents' cubicle. Finally, I could let go of this huge bladder. But unfortunately, once I'd emptied that, my anxious bowel kicked in, didn't it? Yeah. So it was a quick spin, and I'm plunging like it's an Olympic sport, like Tom Daley going for gold. And that's EastEnders. It's not the best. So, relief was brief, because there was no toilet paper. Not a shred. And all I could find in my pocket was a Tesco's receipt. A Tesco's receipt! Hey, every little helps, right? It was lucky, actually, because later on, I found a receipt from Kentucky Fried Chicken. And you know the tagline for Kentucky Fried Chicken? Do you know the tagline for Kentucky Fried Chicken? Yeah. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's finger licking good. Yeah. That was slow, wasn't it? That? I could have sped that bit up. Anyway, okay, so Tesco's receipt. This is one stealthy waddle across the corridor to the accessible room. This is several steps of mankind. But one giant leap of faith for this man. Keep a lookout! Wasn't as good as the dog, was it? I think that's where I went wrong. So anyway, I got to the accessible loo. It had everything in it, including a sink, at just the right height for me to clean this mess up. There's a knock at the door, isn't there? There always is when you've got your bum in a sink in a public place. Hi! Voice I didn't recognise. Is everything okay in there? I've got a special key. And the question I didn't want to be asking was, how did you find me? And I looked down at the floor. And of course, towards the door, And I was reminded of the tale of Hansel and Gretel once more. Only this time I was a long way from home. God, why does it always have to be so dramatic? Why can't I have a normal shit like other people? Drama, drama, drama. It's city drama, isn't it? It's like Line of Duty with all those eye shots that they did. Emmerdale. It's not like EastEnders, is it? Eh? Right? With Phil Mitchell. Well, I'm just going to go down the arches and I'm going to go to the garage then and I'm just going to turn one out. Just turn a nice little Ford spool out. Just in my hand. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back up. And I'm going to just put it in the toilet and flush it down like normal. I think that's enough. No, it's not enough shit. Actually, I've been, this in October, my wife and I, we celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary. Like I wasn't expecting that. Thank God. Anybody else in sort of long relationships in here?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. How long?
42 years.
42 years. Wow. What's your name?
Glenn.
Glenn. 42 years. I said, what's your secret?
Sex.
Oh, that's great. 42 years of sex.
No, not me. She gets the sex.
That's the secret. That's great. So, sex with yourself? With yourself or anyone else?
Well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it?
Okay, we'll leave it there. Well, my wife thinks the secret of a long relationship is no secrets. And you're telling that to someone with dyspraxia, secret of a long relationship is no secrets. So I can't work them out. Anyway, I found that out yesterday actually. We were walking the dogs, and it was lovely, in the evening, and I went on ahead and put the dogs on leads, and I looked back at my wife, and she was a little bit distant. I mean, she was, she'd set back a bit, but she was looking thoughtful. Okay. Anyway, we got home with dogs and everything, and she went upstairs and she had a bath, and she slipped into something more comfortable, a negligee that she had bought, and a pair of grey jogging bottoms. And she came downstairs and said, darling, you know I love you. Oh, yeah, I love you too. If I'd have said that, darling, you know I love you, she'd say, what have you broken this time? Anyway, darling, I love you too. So I've been thinking the secret of a long marriage is no secrets. Okay, all right then, it's tricky. When you went off and you put the dogs on the lead and I walked back a bit, I shat myself. I know, I didn't see that coming either. Shat herself. Okay, so I can forgive that, and that's okay, isn't reasons for that. But she telling me she shat herself, that has traumatised me. The secret of a long relationship is secrets. Keep your secrets. I still haven't told her that 20 years ago, I dropped her mum's antique Victorian sherry glasses. I blamed it on our two kittens at the time, and then a couple of weeks later, I ran over both of our kittens. Don't judge me, it wasn't at the same time. I really told her that. I wouldn't have done them, at the same time, because I'm not that daft a twat. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That's me done. Thank you.